Yeah, we're abruptly stopping music because we got draft coming in hot right here. Just had to time out Sammy. A bit unfortunate. Got a bit too uppity, but here we are with the draft. I got op.gg's pulled up. We got a Taliban to start it off. I'm not exactly sure if I'm not actually sure if the side of team the side of team Steven's Esports knows exactly where Team Inshallah are putting their players, just because they do have 3 junglers on their team. So that Talib ban could just be a more blanket meta ban. You never do know. Got no one casting with me today. A bit unfortunate, but what are you going to do about it? Orban's coming in. Here comes the Camille and the Kazakhs. The Camille obviously targeted towards Antigua in the top lane. His most played this season, 48% win rate, which is pretty close to 50. Still very, very proficient on the champion. Does also play the Gwen, incredibly strong champion in this meta. obviously did receive the nerfs in 12.15 here, with the Q center damage being lowered. And gonna follow up with Sivir and Belveth, first pick hovered. A bit strange, just because Belveth not really considered a strong champion in this day and age. Far more into jungler that doesn't really supply much in the early game, so you're just gonna swap it to Seraphine here. Uh, Sour Candy plays a lot of different supports, actually, very wide pool. He plays the hook supports with the Thresh. He plays engage with Leona. Has enchanters on deck as well with the Lulu, the Karma, the Nami, Seraphine as well, and also plays a fair bit of AD. So his knowledge on the bot lane matchup should be very nice here. And it does look like the counter will be Hecarim. So it does say to me that it's potentially ZMAG's jungling here for the side of Inshallah. With three junglers, say game one doesn't go well, they can always swap them around. But Hecarim could also go towards ASAP Jazzy. I'm not sure who would be playing support. Could be ZMAX if that's the case. Yuumi, very big damage control. Pretty hard to mess with the champion, especially with all the changes where they kind of disincentivized proccing the passive by reducing the range on it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that Poppy Hover, just because of the not while it is a very strong champion this patch, it's kind of hard to disrupt the Hecarim, especially because his ult is unstoppable, the unstoppable onslaught of shadows, and well, it's just gonna get locked in. Maybe they're gonna look to not block the Hecarim, but kind of just block out any other picks with many dashes like the Ari per se. Zeri Seraphine is a bit of an interesting lane. Usually you see Zeri paired up with supports that can help enable her to chase down the opposition with, like, say, a Lulu or a Yuumi. Of course, Zeri Seraphine's still a fine lane in its own right. And just gonna be the Lucian picked up, looking to bully the Zeri lane. While Lucian Nami has been the premier lane, Lucian Yuumi has seen some play here and there because it is still fine. You have the Q from Yuumi to help Lucian chase people down. The E on top of the summon Ares shield does give him the double, I believe it's 4 autos of his passive. I believe every buff is 2. Yeah, now that we've hit the ban phase 2 here, Vex is going to get taken out. I do wonder what that means. Going to be played mid. Maybe we'll see something like a Yone or a Yasuo, because Vex does do pretty well into those champions. Licorice, second most played is the Vex. Also has a lot of games on the Zoe, on the Akali. A lot of these champions are so nice at gang picks. And of course, one thing I didn't mention was that this Seraphine is flexible. Licorice and Sour Candy both do play it very proficiently. Uh, Both have almost a 60% win rate on the champions here. And it looks like the next ban will be the Ari, just a safe mid laner. I'm actually a bit surprised they banned it, considering they have the Poppy. But it's also kind of hard for Poppy to get on top of the Ari in the first place to get the W to prevent her from getting out. And yeah, just going to be the Akali banned away there. Ari has a pretty nice matchup into the Akali, just because she doesn't ever really have any kill threat because of the E-stop dashes now. And last ban, probably going to go towards the top or mid. It could go towards, since they don't know who's going where, you probably just want to ban out a counter for one of the champions you're playing. Yeah, there's the Darius ban, which does pretty well into a large number of champions, just very strong in lane. I'm not sure who on Team Inshallah plays it. From the looks of the order on the side of Team Inshallah, looks like ASAP Jazz might be playing top lane, but can never be too certain. And with the B4 pick coming in, it's going to just be an Orianna. Very interesting, fine combo with the Hecarim. You can speed him up with the W. Pretty nice. It's a bit dicey, get the Shockwave off his ulti, but with the E, it's pretty guaranteed. And it's going to be potentially Olaf to round it out. Turns out that the Seraphine is going to go towards the support role here. Salas offers a lot of skirmishing potential in the early game. Of course, it can be a bit dicey if the Orianna is able to dodge out on the E2s against Silas. and it's just gonna be a safe Aatrox blind pick coming out here. Uh, ah, sorry, drink. Yeah, Aatrox won the Premier. Safe blind picks. I believe off the top of my head there could be Sejuani, Gnar, Aatrox, Gragas. If that is a Vayne top, I won't be surprised to see it become Semi Nugget playing the top lane, but it's just gonna be Renekton, which is a pick that has been popping up a bit more recently with the buffs to his ulti aura scaling with AD. But he does have a bit more sustained fight potential in the 1v1's top lane. Looks like we're immediately kicking off into the client draft, which you love to see because it just makes life a whole lot easier. More the quicker you get a draft, the less time I have to buy space in the spec delay. Blue side is Team Stevens Esports. Leave go to Stevens University. Then red side is Team Inshallah, who are filled with a bunch of dweebs that don't know how to play the game. No bias here. No siree. Yeah, back to the team comps. Team Inshallah Esports a bit weird to me. I guess with the Renekton, you do force the strong side top lane, but with top and bot most likely gonna be pushing lanes, and mid probably gonna get the push early as well. It does give whoever is piloting the Hecarim a lot of agency in the lane. It does look like it is going to be ASAP Jazzy piloting their Nectin. Interesting because I'm not sure how good his top lane is. Last time I had him top lane on my team, got temp banned, going 1-10 on Yon with 4D blades. So Renekton, really his style though, just perma fight you, and that is something he loves to do. I'm not sure how he will fare into the Aatrox. It should be fine though, just because with the slice and dice, you can get your way out of the Aatrox sweet spots out of the W pretty easily. Does have to be a bit careful of the Poppy ganks though. Her being able to stop Renekton E does make it a bit harder to get out of the ganks. We will be able to see if ZMax gets any counters going there. And it does look like Nispro will be playing the Nispro will be playing the Yuumi. Right, I knew it. Nispro, Yuumi, Janna, Lulu, these champions were made for him. They were designed with him in mind. Well, on the side of on the side of Stevens University, Stevens Esports, sorry. The Seraphine does serve a fairly nice purpose. Just give everyone the AoE speed shield they need to kind of navigate these fights well. As long as you're able to kite out their Renekton, which should be pretty easy with the Poppy, with the Seraphine move speed, with the Aatrox disruption. The one concerning thing they have is playing around this Hecarim ulti engage. It's going to be very, very powerful with no one to really stop him. However, one big thing they have going from this, Salas has some pretty. Salas does have the Hecarim ulti to take. If he's ever in a pickle, he can use it to die backline. He can use it to escape the Hecarim himself. If you want, John, you can cast for 30 whole seconds or more. Up to you if you want. I don't really care. Alright, well, no casting for you, I guess. And with that, we have started the spec delay. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to cover, and by cover, I mean send it to the BRB screen, because I am lazy. Oh, hold on. BRB screen is broken, bros. BRB screen's broken. What do I do? Wait, what do I do? Where did I go wrong? Why isn't it working? I'm gonna start mashing buttons. Pray something works out. Hold on. This is the most scuff stream ever. I should really get this fixed at some point. Oh well, I guess I could try to talk about more draft. Can you play no copyright elevator music? I wish. I wish. I don't have it pulled up. But I believe I will just do this. Oh, I'm back. We're abruptly stopped the music, because I don't know how to make it fade out. What are you gonna do? What I am gonna do actually is fix the scoreboard. I don't know why that bug still happens. It's been around for a while. It does look like pings are coming down. It is gonna be the misspell Yumi, which is something I wish I never had to say or see. And just gonna be 3 man going up towards the top side looking for an invade here, but it's spotted out by Sammy Nugget. They do know something's up. Maybe just some small thing down below. I believe Kuyu might have tanked some Q damage, but Sammy Nugget could posture up for a mana flow proc. It looks like he's trying to get a slide in there with it, but it's very risky. Yeah, they do see he does see the lane invade coming in now. Could be in danger, but yeah, just gonna get the Q in, gonna get the ward, gonna get the auto for a chunk. And now Licorice could be looking for a bit more, but nah, Nugget's just gonna pass in. We're not able to successfully stop the invade on the Raptors, but it does look like they get the ward on the red buff. It's probably gonna, oh, it's actually not gonna get swept out because of how long they waited to get the ward down. God, he never told me how to pronounce it. I'm gonna say puckiness. But it's a CC. Poochiness? Yeah, Poochiness. Not gonna be able to get the sweeper. I made my decision. Whatever happens, happens. I'll ask this game too. But yeah, Z-Mags and Poochiness gonna be clearing up towards the top side. They do have the information. And Poppy? Yeah, finally gonna clear out that red buff. They do have the info that she's pathing top lane. As Hecarim, of course, gonna get a bit of a advantage with push, as Kuyakim gonna take a double Q. That's gonna be a bit painful. E2 landing onto Sammy Nugget, so he's gonna take a chunk here, but because he's Orianna, the tree will bounce out. Silas opting in for the shield is something I've been seeing a bit more recently because of the corrupting potion nerfs and the refill nerfs, as just a way for sustains in the early lane. As ASAP Jazzy is a level down, eating a big trade from the Aatrox, and surprisingly nice trading coming out from Sammy Nugget on the Orianna. He has good auto speed there. As Hey Ogre tanks the Lucian Q, gonna be a bit hurtful as both junglers continue clearing up towards the top side, but the wave is pushing in towards ASAP Jazzy, and with Aatrox's early wave creep being pretty garbage, it could be a bit dangerous for him. Looks like VMAX is actually gonna full clear the jungle, gonna not forego the Krug camp here, unlike Poppy, which means she will have a bit of an advantage, as Aatrox gets the ward down on the Tri-Brush. And top lane, the wave is now pushing in as Puccinus trying to get a hover in, but looks like he's just going to go towards the top crab here. Probably going to get it, because while the wave is pushing in, Poppy just really bleeds that crab, especially... Oh, she doesn't have the smite, but Z-Mag's going for lane gank. Maybe they can force him off of the turret. ASAP Jazzy did go PT Ignite, a very, very strong lane dominance there, as I believe Sammy Nugget is in a lot of danger here. Yeah, Poppy's coming from behind him. Flash, he hit Flash, but yeah, there. Flash gets missed the E2, so I thought he was actually going to get out there, but he did go for the... Sammy Nugget went for the summon Airy there instead of the phase rush, which means he's a lot more susceptible to these ganks, especially the Poppy Q slow. Because rather... Oh, Z-Max shouldn't have gone in there, he's wasting a lot of time. Just give Poppy double scuttle, but she's actually going to use his tempo for a bot gank. I kind of like that, but because she made the flash towards the lane gank, she wasn't able to get into Lucian on time, so he gets out fine. Lucian eats a fair chunk, which is pretty nice for him. And Z-Max going for this dive here. Wow, that is so much damage, but does he die? Triumph? Oh, they fixed the turret bug, so he lives there, yeah. 1 for 1, but that's a big wave that Antiqua's actually gonna miss out on, so this blind pick Aatrox getting punished a bit there because of the stay from Z-Max. Licorice now just looking onto this Orianna. Is that 2 points Q? That was a lot of damage, but I know Sauce Q2 is a lot. No, yeah. Q-Max Silas, I believe some of them have been tending towards the 3 points Q as Antiqua TP's back, and ASAP Jazzy was greeting on pushing the wave, and Sammy Nugget just dies mid lane, actually got run down the entire lane by the Silas, who was able to get the Ionian with his Avidity early. And now Z-Max has just come out base with the tier 2s of his own onto Zeri, no Poppy W to stop it because I believe she's on the gank, which means Heyoga is going to go down, but the trade kill from the Poppy onto the Lucian, so much damage, but because of that she's going to go down here as well. Yumi taking the kill, but Nithral should be able to get out just fine. Licorice is level 6 coming down. Z-Max will not get his ulti stolen and killed for sure, but maybe they can make it a 1 for 2 here onto the Seraphine. Yeah, Z-Max are getting cool. They really need to split up here. They're gonna both die if they don't. Yep, that's just gonna be another two kills going over to Licorice on his Silas. 4-0-0. That is exactly where you want to be if you're Team Esports. And another thing, because of the fact that the ASAP Jazzy didn't get the kill onto Aatrox, and the fact that Aatrox TV back, he's actually up in gold here, and XP, I believe, as well. They're actually virtually even just because CS being bled, but it's gonna be the Eclipse Aatrox that we saw in LCS, have been seeing in solo queue in the past few weeks, just because of people just wanting to do a lot more damage on him. We haven't seen lethality Aatrox since Season 8, I believe, when he went Yomu's Ghostblade. With that, Boss picking up the Lost Chapter, so his mana issues are practically solved. It's going to be near impossible for Sammy Nugget to get priority in this mid lane, as ASAP Jazz is going to dodge out on the W, which means he's going to look for a trade back, but because of a really well-timed Q3, not able to get the Snuff, he's going to lose out on this trade, as Sammy Nugget is running to the hill to look at that Silas damage. The sombrero from Sot, not going to be enough to pull her back, though, not enough range, so Sammy Nugget barely escapes his life there. ASAP Jazzy kind of just trading his life to get the wave in. He does have the Vamp Scepter going into Bork. Very strong on the Renekton, but now it's just posturing for a dive. Licorice has owns the map kind of there. And yeah, here he comes. Renekton needs to pop the Dominus to live most likely. But and yeah, here it is. Licorice now just kind of trying beef on him here as a trade happening bot lane. Heyoga needs to bail because here comes the Yumi Q, but the slow's barely not going to be enough just because a good root coming out from Seraphine prevents them from going further. And meanwhile, the topside play, nothing came of it. No sums burned, surprisingly. Everyone got out just fine. It was a trade of ultis from top laners for 2 separate reasons. And Puginus also nabbed himself level 6 at some point, was able to use it on ASAP Jazzy, but didn't necessarily matter, he was able to get just fine. The wave is a pretty rough state for him, however. If I were to look top here, yeah, it's, Antigua is going to blow it up. Maybe he has an item on the back. He wants to just make sure he has the same combat power as the Renekton, but it looks like he's sticking around as Z-Mag's going for the bot scuttle here, potentially? Yeah, he does get 6 from it, which is very nice for his gank potential. He does catch him in XP, but look at that damage to Q2 fullback. Yeah, that's why people have been playing the Eclipse Aatrox. That lethality so much damage early on. And it does transition fairly well to more bruiser-oriented build. I mean, you get Death Stance, so it's hard to pop you. Yeah, that Licorice just draining more on and on and on. Sammy actually got a flash, which I'm a bit surprised about because Sauce may have more downs left. I guess here we could check if Sauce is opting in for the W or E max after the Q, 3 points Q. And it looks like he is going for the W max second there. Just a lot of point and click damage. He has enough points in Q to have to shove the Orianna in if he so pleases to look for these plays across the map. And Orianna, with that trade, kind of getting forced off the wave a bit. 10 CS lead in mid lane. Antigua is slowly but surely clawing his way back, clawing the CS deficit back from the early dive there. As Z-Max is just going to take 3/4 of health bar instantly from this Poppy, reading the ult a bit, but just barely going to get out. Yeah, it looks like because of that play, Stamina gets with a flash, but here comes the ulti. Is it going to be enough because of the slow the minions? No, oh. Yeah, he's dead. That looks really weird because of the E2. Yeah, Sammy Nugget does get the assist, so there he has that going for him. Renekton still no bork yet and does trade his empowered W into the bone playing, but with the ulti and him getting the jump on the Aatrox, he can actually threaten the dive here if he wants. Yeah, ASAP Jazzy gonna look here. He does have the flash. He's gonna E through the minions here. Maybe he can save it. Oh, that's a really nice wait. No flash needed there. Antigua just gonna go down in the 1v1. The counter pick from ASAP Jazzy paying off in dividends. Gonna Q the entire wave to kill it. And probably gonna take a back here. You should know that Aatrox has TP relatively soon. But just gonna look for more plays. I believe yeah, he does have Bork on back. He does have Bork on back. He's just greeting for tab buy potentially. Hextech Dragon getting picked up. I believe that's 2,500 gold total. As yeah, Everfrost is the flash necessary from Kuya Kim there, as he's forced away from that South. Does have Mythic at 11 minutes on top of the tier 2 boots. Very scary champion fighting. I believe the only one that can match him right now is gonna be the Renekton for now, just because he did hit the very important Blade of the King spike. Pushing is actually going to take the second move of the game, but it makes sense because Salas did have to pass bot lane to match the Orianna, so he wasn't in the area. Yeah, and because of the solo kill, CS lead has gone back to 25. It's going to be 30 once ASAP Jazzy picks up this wave. Yeah, he's just smashing his top lane matchup currently, despite some training that didn't go his way earlier. As Sammy Nugget just gonna take a recall and pass back. He's down about 2k gold, I want to say. Just about. As Nisbril and Kuya Kim are just silently scaling up. Sal's gonna try to take some plates, but he's not exactly the greatest when it comes to taking them because he doesn't want to commit too much of his mana to getting the passive stack to dog the turret down. Especially when you don't have a buff. Looks like some pings coming down to the bot lane. Maybe they want to look to dive Sam Nugget, who is kind of just really scaling up in the side lane. Sauce can't really threaten to dive too well, especially without more damage. Maybe if you want Sword Shizu if possible. They do spot out Poppy and Seraphine coming down on a ward right next to the River Rush. So Z-Max and Nispel should know that they need to hover this this Orianna before she gets dove here. And it looks like Z-Max is pathing away for whatever reason. This is really ill-advised. They might sacrifice Sammy Nugget on this upcoming wave. They didn't spot the ward though, so they should know, but they're just still leaving. What is this? Oh, yeah, you're one shot by the way, goodbye. Kill. Oh, it's gonna be the trade, I guess. Yeah, TP being called, but this Fairy is just one shot, yeah. Kim potentially we didn't see the TP because he that a lot of Aatrox damage. That's the clips you were talking about. And now Z-Max is completely caught out. He can escape the Poppy W. He's gonna get grounded up. Yep, there it is. Great TP from Silas, gonna equalize the gold lead top lane on the map, I believe. As the gold lead equalizes, got 200 gold up, but ASAP Jazz is gonna try to claim some plates to bring it back in their favor. He should be he should be able to get the gold lead back for himself after Aatrox made that TP play, picked up 2 kills and a shutdown, I believe. And looks like Z-Mags will be picking up the Kempung Chainsword first time, which has gotten nerfed this patch. I believe 200 more gold tacked onto the price of it. So it's no longer like, what, 140, 120, 130% gold efficient. It's like 110. ASAP Jazzy gonna spot out a ward, gonna be able to clear it out. Tried to make a cheeky roam mid, and with Zoriana pathing bot base to match with Silas, there was no one really catch mid wave, so he was just gonna go there. Tries to make a play onto the there, he doesn't really pan out, so he's just gonna take some damage. Gonna drop off the Yuumi onto the Lucian soon, probably. Dragon is up in a minute, so he should maybe look for a back here. Yeah, he is. Ispel's gonna be jumping off. He still has his wards out. As Z-Max is gonna need a small trade here. Should be fine because he does have the phase rush. Both junglers do actually. We're taking it straight back. Oh, Zin's dead. Okay, goodbye. Great art flash actually. Completely called out where he was. Could have flashed up or down, but he predicted straight in the middle. Gets the kill for himself. 6-1-0 is Licorice. Very smooth Silas piloting this game. And Tico gonna get spotted backing on the pink ward, as Z-Mag's gonna just try to clear out this way without taking too much damage before the dragon comes up. But I do foresee them having to sack it, yeah. The Everfrost Q. Gonna chunk him out a bit lower. He's gonna try to take the Grump, but Puchin is actually very nice read on the play. Knew that Hecarim would go for the Grump to heal up before Dragon, and just pink wards it, sees him, flashes the wall, and takes him out. And with that, it's going to be the second Dragon for free for the side of Stevens Esports, as Blue Buff going over to Seraphine, actually, which is not something you see porking it. But Poppy doesn't necessarily care about having much gold as the game continues. Like, sure, you're happy getting that first time, but second or third item don't really mean as much in comparison to your Seraphine being able to sling out these spells around the dragon fight. And it does accelerate her towards her first Mythic, which I believe is going to be the Runestone Renewer. However, I wouldn't be surprised if it did end up being the Shirelli, just for that added boost to kite out the Renekton, kite out the Hecarim as well. Both are very valid purchases in this game. Just more of CSing in the mid lane. Kuya Kim, about 20 down on there just because of the rotations he's had to make to like cover bot and such against Silas. As Renekton has gone the Prowler's Claw build, which is not something you typically see. I think I've seen it into Gnar a couple of times in pro play. You just look to one-shot them with EPTA, Auto W, Auto W, Power W, Ulti, Auto Q, and just try to blow them up like that. And with the side of Stevens Esports not really picking up much armor, sure you have the Tabi Bramble on Poppy, and the Tabi on Aatrox, but this Aatrox is very squishy with the Eclipse, and you're not going to be jumping onto the Poppy regardless. So it looks like he is trying to look onto them, but here comes the Ghost. Sami Nugget has spotted him, does have the ulti, the shockwave to cancel, but the Yuumi and Hecarim have been booting out. Maybe they can get a play here. Kim needs to bail, ulti landing onto the Seraphine, need to follow, but Seraphine's kind of no man's land now, gonna have to flash out. As Antiqua's looking for the play, ASAP Jazzy gonna look on the Licorice, but he's just gonna hop the wall, and well, it's just gonna be a Herald. A nice ulti coming out from Poppy to disengage the play. Hydrate up, boys. The American tier gonna continue focusing jungle. ASAP Jazzy is actually completely blown up this lead against the Aatrox just because Aatrox has spent so much time hovering his team to make sure these plays are working out. And yeah, he's just gonna pop the Prowler's Claw to chase him down. But Aatrox ult boost, we gonna get him out of there just in time. As Sammy Nugget once again coming under harassment from Poppy here. ASAP Jazzy, but because of the Prowler's Claw play, is actually gonna be able to get a bot turret here, so it's gonna move the gold lead even further. Is now a 2k gold lead in the bottom lane, about to be 2.2k once he kills the wave. As Poppy gonna try and return the favor top lane, as some of the Herald gonna get the tier 1 out here. It did get buffed, so Dispel's just dead. Really close. He should be fine. Oh no, Pure Therapy is dead. As well as Saminug actually got caught out in just one shot 100-0 by the Silas. 2 items versus half. That's what that's gonna do it for you. ASAP Jazzy is flame rising his own teammate, man. What is this? Yeah, this bone plane is actually paying off in dividends for this Aatrox. Here comes the Bork flow, but not gonna be enough. ASAP Jazzy needs to be a bit careful. No ulti just yet. Let's actually see how much of that bone plane reduced. 600 damage, yeah. Pretty nice into the Renekton. Just because he doesn't have a reliable way to proc you without actually gaining your effective range. Unlike something like Aatrox who has the W to poke it away, can just go for a long range Q. C-Megs has completed his first item. Stamina get about 400 off completing his. As Silas is gonna work towards that armor item in the Zanyas to hopefully prevent himself from getting blown up by this Renekton. Renekton does pick up the tab. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Death Dance or a Maw from him. Yeah, it looks like it will be the Death Dance, so this varies slowly but surely becoming a problem. However, just kind of scaling up, picking up waves here and there. Kept the gold lead about the same, about 15, but is now 2 items. Has forgone the boots, so Saminug is just gonna flash. He's gonna dodge out of the E2, Silas, and yeah, now we're just gonna look onto the Hecarim. Here comes the Yuumi ult to counter engage. Z-Max really needs to beat those. Oh my god, beautiful 2-man ulti by ASAP Jazzy just in the back lane. Here comes the Shockwave 3-man from Licorice, gonna blow him to smithereens. Saminug flashing in, but a 3-man Shockwave when you have no items is a lot more different from a Silas with 2.5. And that is going to be a 4-for-0 team fight for the side of Stevens Esports. Just a great play from the Silas. No flash even needed for it to work out. And with that, they're going to be pushing in the top tier 2 and getting the 3rd dragon of the game in the ocean. And it looks like this game is continuing to slip out. A 6.5k gold lead just about, not even counting the amount of adaptive force and attack speed and ability haste they're getting from their dragons. As Z-Max is going to try to look on Azeri, but she's just blowing him up with the Q there. Z-Max doesn't have the ability to stick onto her, especially without his own ulti there to fear her back. Silas picking up the Magi's, which is actually something I like. One thing some players do, which I don't necessarily agree with, is that when you have the stopwatch, when you have the Seekers, sometimes it's not necessarily worth it to complete your Zanyas just yet. Because if you were to use that stopwatch in a fight, and then you could immediately upgrade to a Zanyas to get the stopwatch effect back up. You can't do it anymore because you can't just upgrade fully now because what's it called? Riot removed the ability to have 2 stopwatches with the stopwatch in the Zanyas, and while that happens, Hey Ogre feels the wrath of ASAP Jazzy and his Prowler's Claw Renekton just getting absolutely blown to smithereens. Now Antigua is in danger of being dived and heal it. If Z-Max tank this, but it's gonna be ASAP Jazzy, and oh god, doesn't matter, man. Look at that damage. The Prowler's Claw swag kill on the way out. And they don't even have enough damage to threaten the Baron here because Zeri got taken out. And sure, they can't get the bot outer, but that's 2 huge kills going over. Gonna bridge the gold lead a bit. But unfortunately, it's not onto your Orianna, who's really far out of the game. Not onto your Lucian, who you really want to see get ahead. However, this Renekton will be a very big split push threat, as Saminaga is just base checking. 140 gold is the amount his body is worth right now. 0-8-1. Not the best game. Mag's gonna be clearing out vision, but Licorice is waiting in the wings as Poppy gonna Hex Slash over the Baron Pit wall actually. And here comes the TP. Looks like the calls to start the Baron while they still have the man advantage. Licorice gonna get his ulti up incredibly soon. Roll 15 means it's about a 30-40 second cooldown, and yeah, they're just going straight onto it. Is melting. The Poppy ult gonna whiff. Sniffle needs to jump off before he gets murdered. As ASAP Jazzy is gonna go to the pit. Smited away by Poochyness, baby. Gonna be a 2 for 0, going on 3, very tough, 300 damage in the team fight. And they're blasted. I believe that Baron went from about 1.1k to 0. That was such a close smite fight. I'm not sure if Poochyness even got it with smite. It might have been like a Q or something. But yeah, with that, I believe the game should be over here. 20-second death timers, they're pushing in with Baron. But Silas is with them, so maybe they don't think they can end. Looks like they could just be going for the safer play of 2 inhibs until Calling Dragon is up in about 2 minutes. You have such a large gold lead that you can afford to make these safe plays. You don't necessarily need to look to throw. As Silas has been injured, but he does have the Hecarim ulti, is rooted up. But here comes Poppy weighing in the wings, and yeah, they're just gonna peel it back here. Now, a big problem is that Team Inshallah will face is that they just don't have great wave clear for this. Your Orianna doesn't have her 2 items yet. Lucian hasn't ever been known for his wave clear. And Renekton, he's your strongest member. You really need him there in the fights. You can't really afford to send him back, especially because he doesn't have the TP. At best, you send your Orianna, but you don't really have great vision for a safe TP to give her, necessarily. Maybe by the time she does TP, the fight's already be over. ASAP Jazzy's looking, but here comes the TP. He's baited in now. He needs to pop the Dominus bouncing it. It's gonna matter. He's gonna try to get as much damage as possible, but he's gonna go down. Death Stance not gonna be a factor here. Maybe a bit too uppity. He really tried to get the advantage he needed for his team, but it just did not pan out because of the TP from Silas there, who is now 4 items, working on a 5th in about 1800 gold or so. Yeah, they're just gonna push as 5 bot lane. They do have the Baron above the other 2 ways to push automatically. And Pushin is just gonna look straight onto Nistro. Has popped out. That's 2 more seconds until he can hop back in. But that does give them the time they need to get the triple inhib in. Without ASAP Jazzy, they don't really have a front line other than the Hecarim, but I don't know how tanky he's gonna be with no high amounts of armor and MR. 2-man Shockwave, a 2-man Disrupt, but the Licorice is just in there. And sure, ASAP Jazzy, he's respawned, but it's a little too late there. He's free-firing so much damage coming out. The Chain Lightning, it's creating so much damage. You gain the edge on top. And it's going to be a 26-minute victory for the side of Stevens Esports. we're back for game two. This time we have Team Inshallah on the blue side, Team Stevens University up one game on the red side. And it looks like it will be the Poppy Band coming in first. And it's going to be Stevens University returning with the Draven Band, which they did do in game one, I believe. They didn't want Kuya Kim to snowball with it, I believe. Which is a bit surprising because I'm not really sure if Kuya Kim plays much Draven. I haven't seen it, but then again, maybe I'm just unlucky and haven't had a chance to be graced with it. And yeah, it looks like they're gonna just be banged for some problem picks for game two. I'm actually surprised it's gonna be the Zeri here. I don't feel like she contributed as much to that game as the Silas did in snowballing with the early bot play there, which really got him far ahead. Sammy Nugget kind of just eating ganks. Did not help when the Silas picked up the 2-kill spot and returned mid and killed him there. Really, that's when it really started to get out of control. And yeah, just gonna be another Talia ban, which I believe is targeted towards the Silet. Just to make Silas's life a bit easier. And Grave ban going towards the jungler inside of Steve Esports there. I'm pretty sure it's his most played. Double check. Yeah, it's his most played. The Grandmaster God, Poochie. Oh, Poochie Goat playing on the Poochiness account. What you gonna do about it? And it's gonna be Yumi ban actually. This rolls Yumi gaining a ban. No one likes playing against that champion, so it makes sense. They do have first pick this time. There are some priority picks up. There's the Wukong, Sivir. Well, yeah, just gonna be picked up. But yeah, there's the counter for Sivir. You go the Twitch. You can go Lulu. Yumi's banned, so it probably will just be the Lulu. And yeah, I'm actually a bit surprised they banned the Zeri instead of the Twitch if they were planning to first pick Sivir anyway, because Sivir does pretty well into the Zeri. It's just a farm lane and you outscale her. But the Twitch really dumpsters her, and yeah, there's the Wukong I was talking about. Incredibly high priority pick for the past like 5 patches or so since they buffed its damage to jungles, even after they nerfed it. You do have some good counters. You can go the Trundle jungle, which is well into the Wukong. I'm not sure if you'd want the Poppy anymore, and just because you need some way to disrupt the Twitch. You could also go Vi if you really felt like it. Maybe put ASAP Jazzy in the jungle for that one, because I know he really does love his Vi. Diana jungle could Diana Yasuo could mean that Nispel's taking the what is it saying? He is I don't freaking remember. Taking the Bullvice horns. Yeah, there it is. Taking the Bullvice horns, going for the Diana, slamming it with the I want to say a Sakuya Kim Yasuo bot, which maybe Stevens Esports isn't prepared for. It looks like they did pick the Vex into it, which does have a pretty good matchup into the Yasuo there, able to really shut him down in lane. I believe her passive autos do go through the wind wall. Next phase of bans coming in. Yeah, support bans does make sense. I'm actually surprised that Stevens Esports were the ones to ban the Alistar, because Alistar traditionally does really nicely into the Sivir there, but maybe their support just doesn't play the Alistar? That could be one thing. Unless I'm a psychotic and Alistar does garbage into Sivir. But I'm pretty sure it's good. USW, wait, and then Q on the spell shield. And yeah, it's just gonna be more another weird ban, because I know Rakan also does really well with the Twitch. There's these two bans that you'd probably want to pick with your team that they're just getting rid of. Last ban probably gonna go towards support as well. Could also go towards top lane, but maybe ASAP Jazz is just comfortable running the matchup back. This time he's blind picking, however, most likely. Yeah, it's gonna be a Seraphine. What they could do is blind pick top laner here, and you save your support pick to see who exactly is going bot. Wait, what am I saying? No, that's I'm coked on my mind. Why didn't anyone say anything? Did I forget to switch? Holy shit! No one's saying anything. You're just letting me drone on. Fuck you guys. Draft has been going. I hate you all. Bad caster, fucking terrible chat. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my God. I'm retiring. I'm retiring, man. Renata Glass is a fine support with Twitch, has been nerfed, but you almost guarantee Twitch gets his damage off in these fights with the bailout on the Renata W. As for counter picks, I guess you could maybe go Karma, but I don't know if you'd want to go that with the Diana Yasuo combo. Maybe you want to go engage support. Same Nugget gonna be going top lane this game since that's a Riven lock in. Which means that is either ASAP Jazzy's Diana and the Nispral Yasuo. And there's gonna be a Z-Max support pick, which is probably engage tank. Or a Warden, and yeah, Tarek, I guess. I'm not sure if you'd want that. You definitely don't want that, but it's locked in regardless. Which could mean that it's gonna be the Wukong. They could flex the Wukong top here, yeah. Still a fine champion in the top lane. Did get some compensation buffs towards the top, I believe. It might have been more base health region or something like that. I forget. But Bel'Veth being hovered, and yeah, it's locked in Wukong top lane to go into the Riven. A very interesting flex being pulled in here. Just because let me just double check. Yeah, Antigua only 20 Wukong games this season is like 10th most played or something like that. Not something I was expecting coming out of this draft. I do like the switch up though. And as an update, another game is going on this time in the uh same tournament, Summer Showdown upper bracket, but it is the other side of the winners bracket. Is Rutgers has one jersey, the 4th seed taking on Drexel rejects the 5th seed. They are currently up. Rutgers has one jersey, currently up 1-0. 20-minute bit of a stomp. Rem did play the jungle with the Elise, which is an interesting pick. You don't usually see it anymore. But enough of that game. Back to this one. Stevens Esports up 1-0 on the red side here, with the Bel'Veth jungle being picked up for them versus the Diana Yasuo. Very, very interesting dynamic between these teams, just because this Diana Yasuo combo does allow you to buy a fair amount of space for the Sivir here in the fights. Of course, Diana Yasuo, incredibly dangerous, but there are ways for Steven Esports to prevent this from happening. They could opt in for. They could try to block it with the Wukong ult, block the Diana. They could counter engage it with the Renata Glass ulti, which is super strong, may I add. One thing I'm surprised about is that if you're willing to flex the Wukong into the top lane, I'm actually surprised they didn't go for the Poppy pick here in the R5 instead of Bel'Veth. I feel like Poppy does so well into this Diana Yasuo, Pike, Riven, 4 champions that kind of need their dashes to function. And so powerful at just shutting their entire team down. Renata ult gonna be very, very powerful as well, unless it gets windballed by the Yasuo, because Renata's ability to counter engage is almost second to none. It's just so strong. Sure, you can have something like Seraphine that charms them, but Renata actively makes them hurt each other. And with champion that do so much auto attack damage, like the Yasuo, like the Diana, like the Riven, I doubt Sivir will get ulted, but if she gets ulted, it's gonna be catastrophic. So many boomerang blades going everywhere. Yeah. Link back to who's playing where it does look like it is going to be the ASAP Jazzy Diana jungle. And surprisingly enough, it's going to be Kuya Kim flexing himself mid lane for the Yasuo pick. Z-Max going to be piloting Sivir, and Nispral playing the Pike. I wasn't really expecting that just because Nispral has a lot of games on the Diana. ASAP Jazzy does as well, but I believe it's Nispral's second most played jungler. Of course, Diana, very binary champion. Doesn't really take that much of a brain to play her. It kind of just like QE ult win game. Of course, QE ult win game gonna be a bit rough into this type of composition, especially if they decide to play pretty spread out, which you are able to. The Twitch very strong with getting these flanks with the ultis, and Vex shouldn't necessarily be staying near the Twitch, and Renata you probably won't be staying as close to Twitch either, just to make sure that they're not engaged on at the same time. Because the only way that I see Stevens Esports losing this game is if they find a way to get too clumped up. If they take like a bad jungle fight per se, and they're coming in from one angle. If Team Inshallah were to get to an objective first, that's when it gets really dicey. And another thing is, I'm pretty sure that Renata W prevents Pike from getting a reset. I'm not sure if they changed that interaction, but I believe that is how it works. Like it's like until she bleeds out or something. But with that, I'm gonna send it to a very small break, and we turn to you shortly. Welcome back to game 2 of quarterfinals. It looks like we're starting with a pause. But wait, can I? Oh nope. Yeah, we're just paused. Well, what you gonna do about that? Pretty much nothing's changed. Kuya Kim playing the mid lane, however, that's something I wasn't expecting. Nispro opting in for the Hellblade's Pike, a very lane-oriented rune, lots and lots and lots of damage coming in hot. Chat re-enabled itself for whatever reason. God bless his client. Scoreboard still broken. Got hit tap O twice. Looks like an RU screw is on the way, and here comes the pause. Because of the pause later, what you gonna do about it? How long these lasts are beyond me. It just happens. Can do. Oh, well, there you go, fixed. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. ASAP Jazzy kinda getting a bit distracted, maybe. Here they go. Antiqua could be on the receiving end of this. I just toggle the vision. Here's what he sees. He sees a hook. He sees Diana coming in. He sees himself starting W. And ASAP Jazzy's just getting 25. No, sorry. Z-Mag's getting 25 gold for himself as Belveth has sprinted over these 3 Qs to plop a ward onto the level. Yeah. They now know that they have dipped and looks like should be aware that they're starting blue side here. This bro and Lala land a bit. Gain a ward onto the Raptors. And directed camera's not going, so we're gonna force it. And yep, there we go. Kim kind of getting on the receiving end of the back matchup, very rough for him. He's getting so much autograss. As Sarah Nugget trades into the bone playing. He does have bone playing of his own, which means his trade should be in his favor, yeah. And Renata Glass just getting traded back on to Nifra already used the Q. So maybe they could have gone for that ward. And it looks like Belveth is going for a very interesting play here. Gonna go for a very early invade onto the blue buff. Does know Diana loves to full clear, so I do like this very heads up play out from her. Yeah, gonna go for the Gromp first. Reading out very hard in it. They do know. Does know, but ASAP Jazzy actually making has a play of his own. Believes his just gonna go for an invade. And Nifro misses the E flash. Maybe didn't want to go for it. That's just so much damage on the Twitch there. Very, very nice. Just gonna be vertical jungling, but this is pretty harmful for the side of Sammy Nugget, whose wave is just not in a great spot. He's gonna see it now, but no pings, and here comes the E. No flash again, as Nifrill's getting pulled under turret, the ignite, but no second turret shot. As Sammy Nugget just gonna get out, not even the flash, as because of this, ASAP Jazzy knows exactly what happened with his wave. He can look for this bot dive now. Sivir gonna be able to blow up the wave as I actually don't like Nifl charging Q there. And yeah, this dive is probably going to work out very quickly. They don't have a way to stop this. Velvis is trying to get over. It's actually very scary just because of the... Oh, the 2-man. That's not what you want to see. Flash from Z-Max. I don't know about that one, my friend. But yeah, that's a 2 for 0. A 2 for 1. Missing out a huge wave. Kuya Kim going in. But yeah, that's the matchup. That's what you're gonna do, bro. That's just the matchup. You EN, think you do something, exhaust, but then you just get awed to death. Electrocute comes down, Knight comes down, you can perish. Except Jazzy probably gonna get taken out here just because Belvis still has the red buff, actually. Yeah, we'll have to flash, but the Q should be up back soon. The red buff slow is so massive in this. Knock up, yeah, just taken out. Solo kill coming out from Poochiness on the Belveth. Because of that early back he took, had Boots one to just run down Diana there. Yeah, now Diana backing. Weird. Going for the... very weird to see a Diana rush the recurve bow. Usually as Diana, you usually see them go like, say, Blasting Wand Boots, I want to say, or sometimes it's just Double Dagger Amptome. Just because I'm not sure if she really benefits as much from having the on-hit damage from recurve bow as opposed to the 20 AP from Amptome. I kind of want to look up the math on that, actually. Yep, Pike 101 did go for the double longsword rather than boots, so he doesn't have as much roaming strength, but it looks like Nisper really wants to play for lane here, which isn't something you usually see with the Sivir. Usually you just have her blow up the waves while the support roams. As Licorice is just so much damage. Via Kim, a win wall CQ, but as we saw there, Vex passive does not care for it. It is a laser, it pulls, it is a laser, I believe. So it goes straight through the win wall. Yeah, electrocute proc, Kim. Just gonna be eating so much damage. Yeah, another EQ landing. Oh my god, that damage is absurd. That's what happens when you put the you blind Yasuo. You get punished so bad by this Vex pick. Looks like ASAP Jazzy has been able to get a farm lead on the Bel'Veth here, and it looks like he's trying to get onto the... Oh, so close. Oh, the flash is going to be a bit too late. ASAP Jazzy and Kuya Kim didn't have the ultis there, which means that Vex getting the kill XP allowed her to ult sooner. And Nisperl's a bit caught, but he is Pike, so he should be fine even if this W lands. I'm not sure about Z-Max stepping up though, and I'm not sure about this pull either. Yeah. Nisperl just going down there. I don't like the ignite. Probably just forgot about Bel'Veth, how she functions. But it's just, you can't really, you're just dead no matter what you do, I'm pretty sure. Especially if Twitch is able to cut you off with the poison, as they do look on the dragon, but they're a bit afraid. Maybe they think Diana's nearby, maybe they think she, because they do see Yasuo at 6, they should realize that Diana's around 6, but they do now spot her. Topside, however, it's a bit too late. Renata needs to take her recall. Sammy Nuggets just kind of continue trading into this Wukong here. Getting a bit shat on in that trade, not gonna lie, missed the W. Ate multiple Sheen Procs as Diana could be getting caught out. ASAP Jazzy needs to make a book, bail it, but he just looks on the deck. But yeah, here's what I was talking about. That W to shut down the initial dash onto the Vex there was able to prevent the play from happening. And yeah, look at that, a great roam from Sour Candy as Pike, Nisperl gets picked up on side. Sammy Nugget tried to make the rotation, he goes down as well, making a 3-for-1 play. This Vex is so fed, and this Yasuo is so far behind, which is really not what you want to see when you're running Yasuo Diana. You really don't want either of them to be falling too far behind, because this is the cornerstone of your composition. This is how you get people low enough for your Pike to get started off in these fights. And the lower they are, the more damage the Riven ult does as well. But you're really just suffering. This Bel'Veth on top is going a very tanky build. I really like that. By going this Bombi Bork into, I believe it's a Frostfire Gauntlet, you can act as a pseudo frontline for your team with the Wukong, and you do not get blown up by the Yasuo Diana combo. And with this support roam, the Twitch kind of just able to farm here. They're going to be able to get Bel'Veth her ulti the true form of her ulti, which gives her the Voidlings running down the lanes. That's really nice for her as well. ASAP Jazzy knows this, so he's just going to look to try cross map, maybe get blue buff, maybe transition into a dragon take. But with the first two dragons being, I believe, 40% healthier, it's a lot harder to take them out. We do see the Pike roaming, but I believe he was able to clear out the vision. No, he wasn't able to. Yeah, Kuya Kim taking bone playing in this matchup is not something I necessarily agree with, just because, sure, it's nice a bit later, but for in lane, it's just so easily popped, as Sammy Nugget's just getting run at by this Bel'Veth. Oh my god, he's lost half his health while under the turret. This dragon, buffed Mountain Dragon is so nice, but yeah, here comes Siege with the... Oh, yeah, he's dead. Very greedy recall location from Sammy Nugget here. He's gonna try to jump the wall, but flash and knock up. Got just taken out. Boost one not enough, and because of that greedy recall is right in front of them, he's gonna lose his turret completely. Look how many Bel'Veth Voidlings are running down this lane. 4 kills to 10 right now. 4k cold lead at 10 minutes. Kuya Kim's gonna try to fight back the Vex, but it's so hard. So many Voidlings. Sammy Nugget's actually got TP to prevent this from continuing. And no smite, which means the Herald just barely not gonna get the charge off. I'm not sure about that play. Here comes the Vex, tanked by Saminag. He needs to step away from his team a bit. He needs to be very careful. Saminag wants more, but maybe a bit off a bit more he could chew. Looks like no one actually dies there. I was really surprised that Dyna went for that play just because Belva still had the E up. He doesn't, ASAP Jesse doesn't have his items yet. And Twitch opening up, but maybe that's a bit ill-advised because look who is waiting in the wings. Is it a double kill? Wow. The lineup from the Pyke and Sivir were just so bad for them. Twitch able to get autos onto both of them at the same time. And while he did go down, when the Renata's roaming for these plays and you're still getting one for two, as Twitch is 1v2 and he doesn't even have an item yet, that's catastrophic for them. Even through the exhaust. Disastrous play for them there in the bottom lane. Twitch now 4-2-0, has his Blade of the Ruined King. Same with the Belveth here, who has been looping her true form for a while now. Still has it running. Nispo is gonna try to hook to Belveth, but I'm not sure how much that means in the grand scheme of things. As Saminagi tries to make the roam, but nothing gonna come of it. ASAP Jazzy actually very smartly wrapped his way around. Maybe they can look onto the Belveth here. But here comes ASAP Jazzy, two-man ulti. Yasuo Diana is what they played for. Ulti from Pyke gonna whiff, which kind of sucks. Riven made her way down. Puccini's gonna go down, so that's gonna be 2 for 0. Shutdown's gained, most importantly. Onto the Sivir, I believe. Onto the Diana. Two people you really like to see the bounties go to. Pyke, unfortunately, not able to get the reset there. And with that, gold lead gonna close to about 3.5k, but Twitch has found his way around. E flash, not gonna do much. Now Nismo needs to get out. Yeah, that's just really unfortunate there. Nismo didn't opt in for the boots early, which is really, really obnoxious when you're playing Pyke. He's pretty slow. And the W, 3 damage does. Wow, really well played from Licorice there. Ult to dodge the tornado knockup because Vex ult is unstoppable. Able to cash in on the kill there. And Winwol, unfortunately, not up from the side of Kuya Kim, so he gets taken out. And that's just going to be so much damage onto his turret. ASAP Jazzy gonna try to catch some here. As he dashes back onto the Vex, can he squeeze water out of stone with this play? Nisbro here, but he's just so low, and yeah, he's just gonna get stomped on by the Sunderer Q. It looks like he picked up a longsword instead of some boots, but he's gonna need shoes eventually. As Z-Max is forced off the turret by this Belveth roam. Her for going farm to make sure this turret goes down, get some more gold from Twitch. I kind of wish that Renata would run away, make sure more gold goes to the Twitch and Belveth rather than herself. But they're just gonna try to force the turret down here. Belveth does still have the ulti to counteract the play. Both Yasuo and Diana still have ults, and looks like they are gonna get out just fine. Except Jazzy finally spots the board on his Krugs, as he was seen. But it does mean the bot turret does survive. Vex has picked up the Everfrost as well as tier 2 boots, which is going to make Kuya Kim's life kind of hell on this Yasuo. As they are looking here, she should be dead. Both of them. Yeah, here comes the ulti, but not going to be much. Twitch going to try open, but just, yeah, too little too late. Pyke does cash in one on his ult there, which is nice. But, oh my god, just half health instantly gone on Kuya Kim. But very importantly, 2 kills once again going over. A 1 for 2 across the map is exactly what you want to see. And if you're getting the dragon on top, that's very, very nice to be able to get these kinds of objectives when you're down this much gold. Saminagi gonna try to clear the ward, but he's just so afraid of this long. So much damage. He doesn't even. Saminagi really needs to pick up his Mystic soon. He's down 40 gold currently. Sorry, 40 CF. If he was only down 40 gold, but he auto Q. That Wukong Q range is so absurd. Except Jazzy once again rotating, probably gonna pick up that cannon. Oh no, sorry, it's Kuya Kim already on it. Nispro moving over, trying to get some semblance of vision. Has still not completed his support item somehow. What the hell? 451 out of 500. Unlucky. Also still has yet to get boots. I have 15 minutes. Still has motherfucker on the planet. So Jazzy kinda needs to run. Here comes the ult. The Sammy Nugget tanks it, but they're both still feared. And he's just one-shot 100-0. What a squishy rivet. What the heck? Ulti, double ult. Yasuo, Diana's what we drafted for, but they both get out. Nispro tries to ult off the back, but it's just not enough, and Twitch is opening. Vex still has a reset. Nispro's in danger of this, but the Renata W used, and that's just a 3-for-0. Yasuo Diana combo onto the Vex and the Wukong, but just not enough damage to kill them outright. Your Sivir wasn't there at the very start, so she gets taken out. And now I believe it's so close. Nispro actually could have died there if that root hit. With that, Nispro should be getting his support item here with that cannon going over to himself. And Wukong finally finally gonna take a reset, but a 3-level lead in the top lane with almost a 3k gold lead as well. Yeah, this is disastrous for the side of Inshallah. But for Stevens Esports, this is exactly what you want to see. You can somehow miss that word. I guess he activated Sleeper like a frame late. Yeah, 9k gold lead at 16 minutes. Your Diana is going the Sunfire build, so even though she's probably the most good member on the team, her ability to pump out damage in fights is going to be not as good as if she were to go, say, the Pro Belt for Night Harvest that Diana's having going. Of course, Sunfire did get nerfed this patch, so it's a bit surprising to see both Belvis and pausing that. Here comes the ulti. Licorice just going to take out the Pike. Here comes the Belvis 2-man on top of the Wukong ult. 4-man Dino, but it's a bit too little too late. Twitch opened on them. Wukong knocked him up, Sam up, skewered him with the rat-a-tat-tat-tat. That is gonna be a 3-for-1. Be damned, and Twitch is just going over the wall for Z-Max here. Not much he can do there. Heyoger now a bit. Now that was pretty interesting. Well, both ADCs have their flashes burned, both incredibly mobile, but one is a Twitch that can auto from south range away, the other is a Sivir. Nispro gonna try to get some vision here. Has picked up the first item, ends up being the Umbral Glaive, so it looks like instead of the Duskblade Prowler I thought he was gonna be rushing, it's just gonna be an Umbral with the Caulfield for the fans. Vex has gotten the second item. Gonna be the Shadow Flame on top of the Swords. That's gonna be a fair amount of pen. I don't really like it when you I don't really like going Everfrost with Shadow Flame and Swords just because you don't get much value. Have the pen if you were to go say Ludens. But cheap spikes are cheap spikes, what are you gonna do about it? Herald summoned bot lane here. Belvis still has the true form from taking it. So, and no one's really here to stop it. Your Diana's in the base, your Yasuo is finally here, but he's 054 no Mythic. What can he truly offer to this fight? Belvis Voidling's pushing it. Belvis herself so tanky. Here comes ASAP Jazzy, but he's instantly feared, instantly rooted, and Diana Yasuo combo onto one, but this is an 05 Yasuo and a 2-6 Pike, and they're going in, but Windwall coming in a bit just in time actually. Z-Max gonna try running from this Antiqua Wukong, who has 2 items, has the Black Cleaver, and now he's kind of in no man's land. Z-Max needs to be so careful. E-auto Q, is that Echo or Wukong? Because he gets taken out, and now Antiqua's just pushing into the base. 19 minutes, they're at the inhib. Can they go for more? But most likely not. But it's going to be a double inhib at 19 minutes potentially. Wow. ASAP Jazzy finally has picked up the Sunfire KPS bonus CDR, but here comes Pike instantly getting brewed up. Double Berserk, double Berserk onto Sammy Nugget and ASAP Jazzy. Can they get anything done? Diana with no ult, not gonna mean much as Twitch opens onto Diana, gonna take her out. So many Voidlings still pushing and pushing and pushing. Can they clear this wave? Everyone is solo, they have to back off now. Z-Max has respawned, he can get this wave out. Z-Max being a bit too uppity actually, didn't spell sheet at all. And now look at the damage. Velvet's gonna get another reset on her ulti here, and Twitch is back around. They're just chain dying at this point. 14k gold lead. And they're finally gonna get the recalls in eventually, but they're baited once again by Velvet's back in front of them. That was almost a proper one-shot to Nispel, and they're just pushing once more. Dinah has her ult back up, Yasuo combo. Here it is, and they're going to get some compensation at the very least. Unfortunately, though, Nispel going to get 2 of the major shutdowns. One of the cons with Spike ult there. However, it does close the gold lead by about 2k. This doesn't have respawn now. This Wukong 10-0-1. Absolute titan of a man. On top of this Twitch, now 2.5 items. This will try to clear out vision. This will be their the sole point of Team Inshallah if they get this dragon. But it's so risky. They really need to go fast, but with these buffed dragons, Wukong is able to get there in time. And now ASAP Jazzy is in so much danger. He's gonna try to burst it down. But Twitch is already here. Yeah, he's gonna go down. Stolen. 60 health was the number I saw. Nispel, his E gonna get cancelled by the Wukong. Oh my god, that Q did a third of his health bar. Well, I believe that could be it here. This might be the entrance to the lower bracket for Team Inshallah. The red carpet rolled out as the 20 kills up, 12k gold lead. Blue buff taken. Baron on the cards. Aogar gonna pick it up. Velva still gets her passive stack through because she got the assist. And yes, Baron's just melting. ASAP Jazzy won't be able to get there in time in the slightest. Velvis will get her true form. We'll get the Voidling from it as well. It's gonna be so big for King. For being able to end the game. I almost shot Sam on the side. I thought that was Sammy spoiling that the game ended. That could have been bad. Yeah, Antiqua, so big in this game, has picked up the Ravenous Hydra here. Super's pushing in the mid and bot lane. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw something like a 4-0-1 come out, or even just a 5-0-0, because those waves are going to be pushing in permanently. ASAP Jazzy going to be going in. Gonna miss the hike. Pikey is Nispel as ASAP Jazzy flashes out. It's definitely not what you want to see, as Puchinez is just on the case. Nispel pulling him in, but man, that's not what you want to ask for. Antiqua going in, 2-man knockup on the cards. Yeah, here it is. Pumped over the wall, straight onto Z-Max. He's going and going and going. Here comes the Velvet knockup. Reset coming in soon, TM. Never mind, not even Dynasty gonna come in, but is it gonna be enough? Antiqua just still going. How much health does this man have? Triumph healing, and he lives on top. A 5-for-1 play. Heogre not needed. Licorice not needed. Sour Candy not needed. And a 23-minute victory for the side of Stevens Esports, who will go on to face, I believe it is, Mechanized Enemy Slicer in the semifinals. Another Rutgers team. And with that, I believe Inshallah will be heading to the lower bracket. They will be facing the loser of Support Gap, and the winner of Rutgers has one jersey versus Drexel Rejects. I'm not exactly sure when that game will actually occur. I wish I was told literally anything. What are you gonna do about it? And with that update, I believe we are gonna end the stream here. So it was a nice casting this game. A nice 2-0 from Stevens Esports there. Very dominant across both games. So see you then.